Welcome to the First Rounders College Basketball Show. This your boy B Willingham, aka Digger Phelps, and here I don't have my original crew with me, but I got some of my boys from back at Georgia Southern days and good old Olaf days. Boys, boy Jeremy, aka good old Jr. Ain't talking about
Good
Jim
old
Ross.
JR.
Then we got my boy, then we got my boy Dane, aka D Ruff. Man, it's been a minute. Well, not been a minute for you, Dane, but for you, JR, man, it's been a minute since I talked with you, man. Hope life has been treating y'all boys good.
Yeah, man. It's been good to see y'all boys, man.
Yes, it is.
Excited to be here. Thanks for having us, Be Will.
Oh yeah, it's no problem, man. I figured like y'all boys, y'all know so much about the college. I know you, Dane. You're a Duke fan, and Jeremy, you're a Kentucky fan. So I just had figured, man, almost college basketball season. So we had to do the show. So
Most definitely.
yeah. So but yeah, I ain't gonna try to hold y'all boys up or not, nothing. Hold y'all up or anything. But so we can just go on down to it. Um, yeah. Anyway, I can start first. We're gonna talk about y'all's. As y'all can talk about y'all's team and how y'all. Well, I'm start with Jeremy because yeah, I think Kentucky is kind of gonna be kind of interesting this year, and I kind of like to want to hear what he has to say right quick. So
Man,
yeah,
you probably know I got a love hate with Kentucky right now. You know, I mean the way the program goes, we going the Coach Cal method of being NBAU. It's kind of you got to take the good with the bad with that. Um, as you guys can see coming into this season, we got a complete roster overhaul again. So at this point, it's tough to even get used to who's going to be on the court from year to year. So with that being said, I really don't know where my expectations are supposed to be right now. As far as the Kentucky program, I know they're gonna come out. They got the recruits. It's young. It's probably three-fourths freshmen as usual. Um, Made a little noise in the portal. So we at the top, it's gonna be okay. Got some new boys, 7 footers coming in. Got I forget boy name from Croatia, big time recruit came over. He like 7'2", something like that. So I expect him to get big minutes. Um, but realistically, SEC conference is gonna be tough. Um, we coming in maybe what like 15, 16 ranked, something like that comes to the season. I think that's realistic just
yeah.
because of the previous precedent that's been set over the past couple of years.
And I think what
Um,
it was, y'all got some I guess some transfers because I've been watching y'all like the whole summer. I've been there way too early. I know y'all had dropped like down to like 25 or so at one point. So, I mean, but
yeah, yeah, the roster, like I said, the roster's a complete rehaul. So, I mean, based on the incoming players, I feel, I don't see a top 10 team off the bat. Of course, you can't put that many players together off the rip and see what it is. But like I said, based on the way typical Coach Cal system works, they're going to get hot at some point, make a little noise in the conference, um, get a
yeah,
berth into the tournament. Last year, it was a good bounce back season last year.
bro.
Something to give
Last year, man, at one point y'all was up there with like. Of course, y'all went bad as UNC, but y'all was up there with UNC trying to figure out like why these
what's
boys are
happening.
this being so sorry. But yeah, I know with Kentucky, I know how they do. They start off kind of real slow, and then like towards conference play around the end, that's when they get really, really, really good. So,
Yeah, I
so
mean, I looked at the schedule. I mean, the first 10 games of the season, I think we got y'all boys in the first maybe like game 9 or 10.
yep, and then I think that game is in Atlanta too at State
Oh yeah,
Farm. Yep,
okay. So yeah, that's gonna be probably the first major. Well, no, not the first major test. I think we got Kansas on the schedule too. So,
yeah. I got
so
something to
I
say
think,
about Kansas later on, but yeah,
I mean, hey, Kansas is a well-oiled machine, man.
yeah,
Um, so I would say in the first 10 games we can squeeze out 7, 8 wins out of that, get off to a decent start. I'd say we're on the right track.
yeah. That sounds about right. I actually like the guy. DJ Wagner. I think he pretty
Yeah.
solid too.
DJ Wagner's nice.
Yeah, he's nice. So don't know if he better than his dad, but yeah, he nice. Trying to think of some other
Big
guys they got.
expectations over there.
Oh, they got their boy from he played at Overtime Elite. Gosh, Rob Dillingham, I think that's his name.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is.
yeah.
They got Rob Dillingham, and then Justin Edwards is back.
Yeah, that's the guy I was trying to think of.
Yeah.
But Dillingham's pretty solid too.
Yeah, it's crazy because he actually committed to at one point he committed to NC State, and then he just decommitted. So
Smart
Trey
choice.
Mitchell's a solid vet in the back on the backside
Yeah.
for Kentucky too, though.
oh yeah,
I think that was probably the most important pickup besides all, the new boys coming in. Got to have an OG in the locker room.
got to. And I was thinking that Sheba would come back, but he didn't. So.
I felt he should have came back, especially the way the
have.
NBA treats
Just
that
like
style of players. In today's NBA, you're not gonna get that much love.
right.
So I felt he should have came back and build his stock a little bit. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
The OG big man is on the way out.
Right. It really is for her. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I think Kentucky will do good. What about preseason number 2? Dude, y'all got Christian Laettner's on son out there. Philip, yeah. That dude, I ain't gonna lie, he give me Christian Laettner vibes all day. I'm like, damn.
Filipowski's. It was nice to see him come back. Right, there was a lot of draft talk for him, a lot of stock going in. We lost a couple of big heads that we knew that we were going to lose, right? But to keep Kyle, it's huge. I think
that was real huge.
I mean, the biggest thing for Duke, obviously, it's to stay healthy, right? Stay away from crutches like me. Don't lose the whole season. For those that don't know in the online verse, I tore my Achilles, so D-Ref will be de-evaluating all season referees from the sidelines. But looking at the Duke roster, man, honestly, Filipowski being back is huge, but Jeremy Roach coming back.
I forgot about him.
Senior. I mean, his draft stock wasn't as high as it needs to be, right? I mean, when you talk about the NBA draft, and I feel like people forget, right, when they talk about guys not getting drafted, it's not like the NFL, right? We don't have 7 rounds in the NBA. So if you're not sniffing the first round and you might go in the second round, late second round,
come back.
Yeah.
Come back, build your skills, and then get at least to where you're fighting for that first round, even if it's late in the first round. Because honestly, sometimes it's better off. The money might not be there, right? But going late in the first round when you're going to a better contender, you're in a better spot, honestly. Right. I mean, it's still Duke. We got some freshmen coming in that got to make some noise. Jared McCain, big aspirations, right? He's a ESPN top 25 cat that we're going to need some big stuff for. But I think the thing for this Duke squad that we didn't have last year was we'll be tested early, right? I think that we didn't really have the squad. We needed to come together, and it took so long to get into those conference games. But Duke's non-conference schedule right off the bat, I mean, second game of the season looking at Arizona, and then third game of the season looking at Michigan State, right? So, I mean, I think Arizona's coming in at like 12, preseason 12, and Michigan State's a top 5.
Yeah.
So right off the bat, it's like you're going to get punched in the mouth or you're going to do some hitting, right? Because you're going to ask a lot of these freshmen. And the transfer, got a big-time transfer coming in from Northwestern, Ryan Young as well, who there's some different things about what Shire's going to do with the starting lineup, go 3 guards, probably go 3 guards to start with a quick big coming in off the bench, probably be Ryan. But it's the same thing Duke always is, right? There's a solid 6-7 man rotation, and then what? So I mean, I'm excited though.
Yes, he is, Reggie.
Yeah, coming in hot.
Yes.
No Sean Miller to contend with anymore, huh?
Yeah, I know, right? From in the bag.
Yeah,
yeah, but yeah, well, yeah. I like what you just did there, Reggie. So yeah, but Yeah, as you know, UNC was preseason number 1 last year. Probably the first team to do that, and then didn't make the NCAA tourney. Had a lot of issues. I think mostly was Caleb Love, which is he's no longer on our
Your
team.
boy.
Yeah, that dude, man. Yeah, I just don't know. He's the type of person he just didn't fit. He didn't fit with that team, and the reason that they went to the finals like the year before last, he got hot at the right time. But I mean, he's not even. I don't think UNC had like a true point guard last year.
No.
Nah, but this year they got their boy Elliot Cadeau. He actually reclassified this year, and I seen some of that dude play. He's gonna be nice. I think he's gonna be another one and done. And I
It'll
think
be
this,
interesting to see if they can shoot the 3 ball any better. Same thing with Duke, right?
yeah,
I mean, they were at the bottom of the ACC. Both of them were in 3-pointers last year, and
yeah. And I think they got,
That OG roster.
yeah, I think they got one of the guys. I don't know if he came from Notre Dame or not, but Cormac Ryan. I think he's supposed to be a good 3-point shooter. And you got RJ Javid. He shoots some threes. But I mean, really, they got Baker. Baker is gonna get a double. I think him and RJ Davis they're gonna eat. That's it. The thing is that what's gonna happen is on Hubert Davis, is he gonna let his players? He's gonna play his players. Cause I don't know what the heck he was doing last year.
right.
So
Well, and they got the transfer from Stanford too.
yeah, I forgot his name. He was for former McDonald's All-American Harrison Ingram.
Yeah.
Yep. And they got another guy. They got another guy from Louisville. I forgot his name. They got him, and then they got this dude, the big man Zayden High. I think he's all right on. Give him some time, maybe like another year or two, he'll be good. Then they got Jalen Washington, so he should be decent too. And I don't know if he heard this or not, but I heard that they had like a secret scrimmage between Florida Atlantic, and I heard that UNC just ran all over Florida Atlantic, and Florida Atlantic is like supposed to return all their players. So
Cinderella don't strike twice, man.
right. So,
Nope.
I know.
Nope.
I saw that, man. They're like, yeah, they're top 10. I'm not buying that. But
So you think last year was a fluke?
hey, man, old teams do well in the tournament these days, so
That's true.
anything's possible. But making that fairy tale run, nah.
Yeah, just like San Diego State.
Yeah. You can enjoy it while you can.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, Hubert Davis definitely gonna be, if he have another season like he did this year, he definitely gonna be in the hot seat. So
I mean, I don't think he can get fired this year.
nah, he's not gonna get fired this year because they got a good little recruiting class next year too.
That seat could get hot, but
Oh yeah, it will be. But who the heck who would replace him? That's the thing.
That's the job security.
It's right. So
Like, they're not gonna hire anybody at a program like that. So
yeah, and they hire like people to actually play with them. I've been on the coaching staff. I mean, Wes Miller probably would be good, but he ain't really doing anything. So
no,
not
enough people know who Wes Miller is.
Right.
That's too good of a job.
Yeah. I mean, at one time I thought that they could have hired the guy Steve Robertson. Steve Robertson used to be Roy's assistant, but he's at Arizona right now, probably dealing with Caleb Love. So, but yeah,
your boy.
Yeah. I don't know what to say about that dude. But yeah, but I mean, maybe he'll change it at Arizona. So,
I mean, I think that when he hit the portal, and the number of folks that stayed off of him and all the rumors and all the stuff that started flying, I honestly, I hope that it humbled the kid, because
I hope it did
really
too.
thought that he walked on water. And I think he got a real taste of the fact that not everybody sees him like that.
Yeah. D-Lo.
D-Lo. What's up, man?
yeah.
This guy.
Georgia Southern Olaf Hall represented in the
That's right.
Rounders.
That's right.
Indeed.
Mr.
Oh,
Mr. Unforgivable.
oh, forget. Yeah. Oh, boy.
Man, we used to go in on that right there. Yeah,
Oh, what a
yeah,
time. What a time.
yeah. I like this right here, but you know what? Dane. I think ain't no way. I think Cooper Flag is going to Duke. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'll be if he goes to UConn, I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, we can't see who you are, Facebook user, but I don't know if you saw that picture from Cooper's visit the other day at Duke.
Yeah,
We'll see that man in Cameron Indoor next year.
Yeah.
Oh,
The Boozer.
you better believe the Boozer twins.
One of them is good, and the other one is like kind of sorry, just like Blake Griffin's twin, Taylor Griffin.
Oh,
Blake Griffin's good, but his brother was trash.
He's big though.
Yeah, he was big dude, but still.
You think about the Plumleys. Remember, there was 3 Plumleys that went to Duke. You had Miles, Miles Mason, and then the youngest one was the tallest one. He was like 7-footer. He had no weight on him, but they kept him on the roster, and they throw him in just 7 foot. Let's go, dude. There's some folks coming out that are about to be for real.
Yeah.
Kyan Anthony is another good one.
Oh yeah, I think he's probably going to Syracuse. He's probably going to Syracuse.
Yeah, it's funny. Even
I
with
feel like I saw him at Florida State.
He was.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about Florida State.
He was. It's crazy now. Even with NIL money, it's funny how a lot of these kids still they know better, right? And they know that they gotta make sure that they look at where their parents went to school, right? They're going where dad went.
Yeah,
and they're getting first right of refusal because a lot of these places, it's not going to be like Utah in football where they're coming in giving everybody trucks, right? Like if you think that there aren't deals being done for some of these kids behind closed doors that they ain't talking about, like there's a reason why these kids are still going where their parents went.
Yeah.
Of course. It's big money.
That's right.
Yeah. Wherever the highest bidder is, you know what I'm saying?
That is true.
Speaking of bidders, there you go, JR.
Drake, stop it. We don't know where Drake's at right now.
Drake is a Kentucky fan. You know he didn't.
He's a day one Kentucky fan. He said.
Yeah, he is for real. And then he didn't jinx Georgia.
But, yeah, I saw that.
Yeah,
I saw my color Georgia gear. That's why I said I don't know where Drake's at right now.
Right, but yeah, I ain't gonna talk too much about Georgia. We talk about them later on. I talk about it later on this week with my other crew. But yeah, no, let's talk about some of these teams in the preseason top 25. I'm gonna go on and start with Kansas. I'm like, man, don't even rely on Hunter Dickinson. I'm like, that dude is so. Yeah, another dude. He's overrated, man.
He's so big though.
He's big, but
But when that dude puts his mind to it and he really gets mad and he does something, like the dude's a game changer. And I know he's up and down like a roller coaster, but putting him with Bill Self, I mean, it's scary.
It's a good fit.
Yeah, I think that probably would be that'd be the only fit for him would be Kansas, because Bill's the Self probably can get his mind, get his head right. Because I mean, I watched them when UNC played Michigan, and he didn't have a good game at all. I think he fouled out, and then he kind of threw Michigan off under the bus for something about them not being like a real Midwest team or so. Like,
I remember reading about something like that.
Yeah,
dude, but Juwan Howard's not known for discipline.
I see that.
So, what is he known for?
holding a clipboard.
Yeah,
I think he was holding a clipboard his last 4 years he played.
But yeah, basically that sounds about right.
I don't know, man. KJ Adams is on that Kansas squad, and that dude's he's not scoring a lot. He's just like utility player. He does what's asked of him, doesn't do too much. And I know that kid because I live in Austin, and so I've refereed that kid go on his way up, and like that kid mixed with Hunter Dickinson, like, dude, that's a that's a front court that you just gotta watch. It'll be interesting. Shoot, McClure might shoot him out of the game, but you know.
Oh damn. It be like that sometimes. Yeah.
But at the end of the day, man, Kansas is gonna be all right. Bill Self get that ship right.
Yeah, it's Bill Self.
Yeah. So that, like I said, that's a well-oiled machine over there. I'm not even concerned about what they're gonna do over there.
Yeah, I think they'll be all right.
That go without saying.
Yeah. Yeah. I know we talked more about a little bit about Duke, but you think I guess gonna have any issues with Duke gonna have any kind of trouble this year?
Attitude wise, I mean, I think you got to keep Filipowski level, right? Like there was talk about him going to the draft. There was talk about him transferring, and like the sky's the limit for that kid. But he's got to stay right here, right?
Oh yeah, he got to stay humble.
I mean, you don't have to go too far back for Duke players that were supposed to be it who washed out, right? I think one of them's still sitting on the backside of Atlanta's roster, right? Like, there's things.
Oh shit! Which one are you talking about? Jalen Johnson?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I remember he quit on y'all. Yeah. I'm sorry. At the end of the season,
he did quit, and that's just it, right? Like, but it was the same kind of thing, right? Like, he was that dude, and he was that dude when he wanted to be, and then he quit, right? And then he fell off and fell in the draft, and they still took him. And what's he done since? Like, that could be Filipowski.
Don't wish it on yourself.
Right. I mean,
he started to get like a lot more. Oh shit! Yeah. Yeah, and number 3 is it's an interesting team right here. What's that?
You talking about Purdue?
Yeah, Purdue. Yeah, that's it. Zach, it's crazy because before they had before Zach Edey before he came back, Purdue was like ranked number 18, but when they came back, he's like ranked number 3. Purdue, I mean,
if there's any sort of veteran coach though, he's done.
Right. And he's just like Sheboy.
Yeah.
I mean, that dude's gonna light up Northwestern. He's gonna light up all these
majors. The Big Ten's not that deep. That's probably the most overrated conference in basketball.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't think anything serious coming out of the Big Ten.
Yeah.
No, I mean that
dude's been that way for a while now.
That dude will get you 25. He might get you 25 and 20.
25, yep. And they'll still lose.
So what? Like any halfway decent, seriously, any halfway decent coach, like you can beat that easily, and you can get that dude in foul trouble easily.
Right.
You go at him and quit trying to let him block shots. If you're afraid of him blocking your shot, 1, he's gonna block your shot, and 2, he's gonna affect all your shots. Like, he's not that good. He's not fast, and if you get up and down the court, you're gonna burn him out.
Oh yeah, I see that.
And he's gonna get tired getting up and down the court.
Yeah,
that's when he starts fouling too. So I until I see them hit from outside at like 50%, I'm not worried about Purdue staying in the top 5 for long.
Oh, no, they're not. So,
I mean, they'll probably still finish top 15 just because of, where they're situated.
And they probably might win the Big.
Like you got the Big Ten. I would say Indiana myself personally coming out the Big Ten.
Yeah, Indiana got a dude that went to Newton High School. Thinking I ain't Ja'Kai Newton. I know he played a little bit in Newton County like the last couple of games of the season because I think he might have tore his ACL during the summertime, but he's good. But I like his old teammate Stephon Castle. He's at UConn. That dude Stephon Castle, he's a big dude, about 6'5", 6'6", plays point guard, and he's a real good point guard. He sees the floor well. I don't think if UConn's gonna be good, I think it's gonna be because of him. And because I can't think of anybody else that's on that team. I know what they're talking about. Some big dude that's supposed to be like a top 15 draft pick. I can't think of his
Who?
name, but for UConn.
I gotta brush up on them boys.
Yeah, I know,
I think
right?
they brought back most of their squad though. I think
And
they only like two or three boys left, right?
the big
Don-
man,
You talking about
That many.
left.
Donovan Killigan?
I think that's his name, yeah. And then that Hawkins dude, he left. The one that's with Andrew Reese's cousin.
Yeah. They lost like 2 starters maybe
Yeah.
3. I want to say 2 or 3 starters from last year.
And they were saying if all those players would have came back, they would have been they would have been number 1. But we know that wasn't gonna happen after they won the championship.
No.
Yeah, Donovan's the one who had the foot surgery.
Yeah. I knew somebody had some kind of big surgery. And then I'm just saying our teams like Michigan State, I think they number 4. Yeah, I know we talking about underrated, overrated. Tom Izzo's the head coach.
That's another Big Ten squad. You know, Michigan State's been doing the same thing for the past 25 years.
Right. If Mateen Cleaves and Morris Peters ain't on the team, they ain't gonna win anything. So.
Like,
they got a couple of recruits that are decent that could make some noise, but Izzo doesn't show up until February. I mean,
yeah, that's true.
They usually run away from a big early ranking.
Yeah. Yeah. And then when they make it to the NCAA tournament, they'll lose probably like in the first or second round.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with second round exits.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to 2020.
That once a decade Final Four.
Yeah. That is true.
But that's just testament right there to Big Ten basketball.
Yeah.
Your marquee program, is still living on yesterday.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, outside of that, who's even sniffing the Big Ten? Wisconsin, they're outside the top 25.
Oh God, they're
Illinois.
another Virginia.
I think Illinois is top 25.
I think they ended up being just out, both of them.
Who, Illinois? I mean, other than that, did Indy
Lizzo greater than Izzo?
Oh damn. Yeah, it's yeah. I'm just looking at some of these teams now that can be interesting. I'm not. Gonzaga probably might run through the Western Coast Conference. Like they always yeah, they do that. They're not gonna do any good this year.
Gonzaga's a Final Four squad, man.
You think so?
I think that programs got to the point where they're consistent Elite 8 minimum.
Yeah.
It's all about matchups for them, though.
Yeah, we thought that year that they was gonna win it all. They went undefeated into the championship game.
Yeah,
Thought they had gonna win it all, but they didn't. So,
but
I don't know. It's just
they're gonna be a 1-2 seed because they're gonna win almost 30 games this season.
St. Mary's will give them trouble. So.
I think they cracked top 25 this year. St.
They
Mary's.
did.
Well, they finally graduated Drew Timme after I think he was in college for 15 years.
Yeah, and he finally decided not to return. I'm like, dang.
Yeah.
I literally thought he was going to transfer somewhere else, but he didn't. And Drew Timme is like another guy. Like, you mean, ain't nobody going to use you in the NBA. Maybe he'll be playing overseas.
That's why you're in college for 15 years.
Right.
I mean,
looking at that West Coast.
Talk about overrated. Always living off reputation, right? Like,
we talking about what now?
Creighton. Like, I can never
get very overrated.
Every year, I feel like every year we talk, and somehow Creighton ends up in this conversation, top 15, and people are like, "Oh, they're going to make some noise." Don't put them as a 12 seed. A 12 always beats a 5, and it'll beat Creighton.
Yeah.
I feel like every dude that went to Creighton can't be over 6'6".
Right. Only person that good that went to Creighton is Doug McDermott. So.
And that's subjective.
Yeah, exactly. And I thought he was gonna be dropping buckets in the NBA, and he's
make buckets.
Yeah, he's He's carrying buckets now for the
You know what
players.
they say about the bar at the end of the night when you got a 6 standing around a bunch of threes, right? You look like a 12.
That is true. That is definitely true. Oh shit! Yeah,
Creighton's beating up on freaking St. John's and
Right.
freaking
Like,
they played at Madison Square
I do
Garden.
forget
All of
what
a sudden they're
conference that
great.
is. Like, is there any other relevant teams in that conference?
what conference are they? Are they in the big? They're in the Big
Yeah,
East. Ain't
exactly my point. like,
they? Maybe
like
UConn. Maybe Marquette. I said maybe Marquette might be.
Yeah,
Marquette.
they're in the Big East.
Yeah, Marquette was ranked number 5. I think one of their best players did good in the NBA draft and that stayed in the draft and he got drafted in the first round. Gosh, I forgot the guy's
Marquette, and
name.
then Xavier's ahead of them too in the Big East.
Oh yeah, Xavier.
Okay, yeah, okay.
I
Yeah.
haven't thought about Xavier being relevant in basketball since the fight with Cincinnati.
Oh yeah, that was too funny.
But
When those two big dudes started throwing some serious hands.
Yeah, man, I remember that. Cause that dude used to be the coach. Well, he's UConn's coach, not UConn, but UCLA's coach. I think. Yeah, he was pissed off. He was talking about like a lot of folks ain't a lot of these players ain't gonna be on the team. He was like so embarrassed.
Yeah, that was
I'm
like
not,
he
I'm
should have
not
been.
paying them any attention until they get dropped in the tournament. So,
Right.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
don't think so. I do like that we have like I like when they have some marquee matchups early in the season. When the tournaments are cool, when you got the holiday tournaments, like that stuff is cool, and whoever goes to Maui to go play in those. But the fact
Yeah.
that we do have some big games early, and not just as a Duke fan, but just as a basketball fan, right? Like,
Right.
but yeah,
hey,
yeah.
just to see some real matchups. I don't want to have to wait till January to start watching basketball. I
I
mean,
agree.
I saw a little hook'em down here. I live in Austin, and I go to UT games. I'm tired of watching UT go out and beat up on Texas A&M Commerce and put up freaking 115 points, and then get to the freaking Kansas game and they don't know, right? So it's nice to see some teams actually scheduling because it's not like football. You can lose a couple of games and still make noise in the tournament because it's a true tournament, right? Like you don't have to go in as a 1 seed to make some noise. So the sheer fact that we've got some teams that are making some scheduling moves now, and it's not just one tournament, like that's the way that we have to go, right? It's just like Oregon never got any love in the Pac-12, right? Before this year when the Pac-12 was good in football, all of a sudden they started scheduling big games in the beginning of the season. Like you got to do that stuff in basketball. Test your squad early and get punched in the mouth. Like
Right.
trying to go undefeated in college basketball, I think will screw you up.
Yeah.
Roll
It
into
screw Gonzaga up. And Murray
February,
State.
February 18-0.
Yeah.
I mean, but that's the other guy. That's mid-major basketball. No power conferences are going 30-0. You know what I mean?
Right.
You're like I said, your first 10 games of the season, you probably got 3 or 4 ranked teams on your schedule nowadays because that's the way the game is going. So
You
the
should
big schools,
put some ranked
the big
games on
schools are
there.
getting their TV dollars in, so I think that's where it's headed. You're gonna see more of that from here on out.
And go play some of these mid majors, right? You want some money? Go play Wichita State, right? Go get some of that
Right.
shot.
What happened to those guys? What happened to those guys?
Which oh yeah.
You gotta wait till the tournament, and then
Yeah.
you'll see him. You'll see him pop up as a 13.
Shout out to
Right.
Game League.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm trying to think. Oh yeah. What about this interesting team right here? USC. What Southern Cal. I'm
The
gonna
hype
say that,
train.
yeah. I say Isaiah Collier. He's gonna be good.
He's supposed to be the man over there.
Yeah, he's supposed to. I seen him play at yeah, he went to Wheeler. He's good.
Yeah, I've been hearing about
He
him.
was ESPN number 1.
Yeah, he was the number 1 overall player on ESPN.
Okay.
So another player that Georgia could have got, but Georgia. Yeah,
Oh,
that's another topic. Yeah,
DJ Rodman's on that squad too. Transfer.
Yep, on your gosh, and Boogie Ellis on that team too. So he didn't
Some other
play.
guy too. I think his dad plays basketball.
Say what?
So there's another guy on the team too. I think his dad plays in the NBA or some trash. He'll be
From
coming off.
LaFonso. It wasn't LaFonso Ellis, was it? I'm just playing.
No, I mean it'll be interesting to see what kind of playing time they give Bronny. Honestly,
Yeah,
just he's not a starter, right? So they're not trying to put him in the starting lineup.
Absolutely not.
They'll blame it on his health and say that he needs time to develop and get into shape and stuff like that. But like, let's be honest, like, dude ain't that good.
no,
He didn't dominate the high school game.
he didn't.
Right.
His little brother's better than he is.
I think I said that last time I was on First Rounder.
Yeah,
Bryce is better than Bronny.
but I just think Bronny might be the better prospect, but Bryce is way better than Bronny.
Bryce is the better prospect because Bryce is the bigger media ticket because
Right. Yep.
because Bronny's gonna post, Bronny's gonna do all the media shit. Bryce doesn't seem to be nearly about that like Bronny
No.
is.
Yeah.
He's a hooper.
Yeah, he wants to hoop, and that's about it.
So
Brownie's, getting that Hollywood life, get that NIL money.
Yeah, and that's why Bryce need to go somewhere like Ohio State. Go somewhere where ain't
I
that.
think he was supposed to be visiting there this year.
I think he did, and I can see him going. He can come in there,
yeah, he went.
and you talking about who ain't been. They haven't been relevant in so long since D'Angelo Russell. So
Boy, yeah.
yeah, since that model.
Yeah.
And I forgot about another team. What about Houston? Houston is like number 7. I think Houston is Kelvin Sampson.
That's a respectable squad because
Yeah.
I think they're running the back.
Yeah.
If I recall correctly. So that's definitely a team to keep an eye on.
Like I said, Kelvin Sampson is a hell of a coach. So.
Yeah, he is. They got two transfers.
They do.
One from Baylor. And where's that other guy from? I had it up. Damian Dunn from Temple.
Okay.
I think I heard of him.
He's supposed to start too.
Yeah, that's good. Like I said, with Sampson, he'll make anybody he'll make anybody good. So you can never sleep on him.
Yeah, I think they'll be straight.
The thing with Houston though is most of the time they don't have a dude.
They don't.
They don't usually have a 20-point guy.
That's a good thing for them.
Right. It'll be a bunch of 12 points. Like the guys are all averaging 12.
Yeah, like they do. What the name? Was it Mark Sasser? I think. Yeah. He wasn't scoring that much either.
But that's a good way for him to build his program, though.
Right.
Because he's going to have time to develop these players. He's not going to be filling his program, with 3-4 guys coming out the league every year.
Right. I know last year he had a guy that was a one and done. He got drafted top 10. But I think with him, he seemed like he was like an undersized power forward. I forgot what his name was.
He was like maybe like 6'5", like 250.
6'7", 6'7", playing power forward.
Crazy. Yeah. Tank. Yeah.
Yeah.
I forget his name though. Yeah.
They got a good guard on that squad too. Sheed.
Yeah.
Jamal,
I remember him.
That's another cat that I referee. I referee here in Texas, and like head down, like dude's just doing his thing. But he's I think he's a 5th-year senior this year for Houston. He's definitely a senior. But like
that COVID year.
Yeah. I think this is the last year. No, I think we got one more year.
Yeah, just one more year.
That dudes will still have that COVID year. But like those that took advantage of it, like
that's got to go. I'm glad it's leaving.
Man, cause we have like some 8-year. We got like 8-year players. Like
this career college sports players, man.
I'm like y'all dudes should be getting y'all should be working on y'all dissertation right now. So.
Yeah, I wonder how some of these dudes stay eligible. They got like 15 minors because they won't finish their degree classes.
Right. I know. I'm like, come on now.
Yeah. Nobody needs 8 years of college.
Oh yeah, that's right. That is true.
I might go back for a victory lap if they let me. You know?
Yeah, they pay for it. I ain't paying for that. All right, let's do one more team. We move on to the next topic. Alabama. What y'all think about Alabama? They rank number 24.
I think that's about right.
You think that's about right?
I mean, they're probably still going to be probably the top 3 teams in the SEC.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I mean, I'm thinking maybe you got Arkansas out there.
Oh yeah, Arkansas is number 14.
I like Arkansas.
Yeah,
I like that. That's my sleeper for sure. I like Arkansas.
Yeah, Eric Musselman, their head coach.
Yeah, Arkansas is a solid squad.
Alabama just there's nothing exciting. Like Nate Oates, coach at Alabama. He was hot for a minute, and like you thought that dude was going to do something. He was going to land some big job, and he didn't strike while the iron was hot. And then I don't know.
He's trending up. He's trending up at Bama though. I think. I mean, from where he got that program, he's done a hell of a job with it.
Yeah, he really have turned that. He did turn that school around for real.
I mean, was there somebody in between him and Avery?
Yeah, I think that was it that Grant guy.
I can't remember.
Yeah,
I think
there was somebody, but I forget who he was.
He was a black dude. I think it's that Grant dude. Cause then I think Colin Sexton. I don't know if Colin Sexton did he coach for Avery Johnson? Or
yeah, that was Avery.
It was Avery. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. Avery left that program in such disarray.
Yeah, and you thought that Avery Johnson would have did a good job there since he been like NBA experience.
I mean, he was a guards coach, but he didn't do a good job of building an entire program.
Yeah.
Can you imagine Avery Johnson coming in to recruit in your living room? Get the hell out of here.
We gonna do this right here.
I'm gonna make your boy a star.
Be a star, just like me.
Is he coaching somewhere now? I haven't heard about him. Is he anywhere?
That's a good question. I do not even know.
I don't think so. I think Avery's. I think he was one of those that got cut with all the broadcasters when they started cutting back last year. But I don't think he's doing anything.
Got you. I didn't even know he was doing that.
He's listed officially as a CBS Sports guy.
Got you. Okay.
Nobody wants to hear too much of Avery Johnson.
Heck no, they don't.
So, yeah.
He'd be good he could be like a country school, like at a real country school. He'd be like the announcer there. He'll do real good there, somewhere in South Carolina.
South Carolina State.
Yeah, South Carolina State.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, moving on to the next topic: the underrated and overrated teams. Who do y'all think is? I mean, I already said underrated. I think Houston probably underrated because of Kelvin Sampson. I mean,
you said Houston's underrated?
Yeah, I think they might be a little underrated. So.
Aren't they top 10?
That is true. Yeah, you got a point there. So, yeah.
Purdue's overrated. I think we can agree on that.
Oh.
Yeah, Purdue's overrated. Yeah,
I would go Purdue. Definitely
yeah, Purdue.
Let's see who else is ranked high. You said Creighton.
Creighton is
We're not buying that.
Not buying Creighton.
You know, I'm gonna say
I got 11.
I'm gonna say maybe St. Mary's might be a little underrated. I'm gonna say that. I don't know. They probably can beat
expectations of St. Mary's.
They might can. Hey, they'll beat Gonzaga, but that's not saying anything.
I mean, Gonzaga's a big fish out up there, man.
That is true. That is true.
So
maybe Colorado. I've been hearing some things about Colorado. I heard they supposed to got like a freshman that's supposed to be really good. I think Colorado might be. They're not in the top 25 right now, but I haven't
heard nothing about them.
Yeah.
I literally can't tell you one thing about Colorado basketball.
Yeah. Does Dion coach that team?
He can't save them.
He really can't. He barely say the football team. He really do.
He better beat USC.
Say what?
I said, yeah, he better beat USC.
Right.
Go back and play that game again and beat USC, and then we can talk.
He really should have beat USC, but yeah.
Got UCLA this weekend. We'll save that for another show.
Yeah. For
Yeah.
another episode. No, they already played USC.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. He needs to go back.
Yeah,
and
that
win
was the shootout. The shootout game.
Yeah, he
against
needs to
USC.
go back and
Yeah, no, they go back to they're back at the Coliseum this weekend for UCLA.
Oh yeah. Ooh.
That's a must win for them, though.
Yeah, it really is.
'Cause they are spiraling.
Right. So what about your? I guess y'all said overrated. Y'all said Purdue's overrated.
I got one team that I think is probably underrated. Your boy Coach Penny in Memphis.
Yeah, but you know that dude is got into some trouble. But a guy named Mikey
Yeah, I
Williams.
mean, they got some off the court issues to deal with.
That dude, man.
But
Gosh.
I think Penny's put together something decent over there.
Oh yeah, ain't nobody talked about Memphis. I can see that can be a good underrated team.
Sleeper.
Yeah.
They might sneak into the rankings at some point.
Maybe St. John's. Who knows? I mean,
No.
yeah, they get the hookers there. They'll be good.
I like Arkansas.
Yeah, I like Arkansas too.
I had Arkansas as my like sleeper Final Four last year, and I think it was a year early on them. But I like Arkansas. And then there's a top 10 team that I don't think anybody's really talking about enough. It's Tennessee.
Yeah,
Tennessee
forgot about
top
Tennessee.
team.
Yeah, that dude Vescovi, he's still on that team, and I think Josiah Jordan James.
And they brought in a ESPN Top 100 freshman point guard too.
Didn't that dude they had the braids on the team? He's still on that team. They came out blew his knee out last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll be good.
Tennessee, and I'm not just saying that because they knocked out Duke, but Tennessee's got a squad. I feel like they're just like, dude, Rick Barnes is just.
He shouldn't have got fired at Texas. That's just me, but.
I mean, Texas just does that. That's Texas sports. I mean,
Texas just be
Mac Brown. They ran Mac Brown out.
Yeah.
How long? And then sometimes you just got to change it up, right?
Yeah.
You've been there for so long, but he's been at. I can't even. It's been a while now that he's been at Tennessee, and he just quietly built over there, and now they're just.
I mean, it wasn't a bad job it wasn't a bad job before he got there.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
Because wasn't that when he there when after Bruce Pearl got fired, he took over.
Bruce Pearl went to Auburn, turned that ship around quick.
Oh hell yeah!
They
might be okay.
That's another one you can't forget about Bruce Pearl and Auburn.
Yeah.
SEC is going to be must see this year.
Yep. Can't wait for they to do the SEC challenge this year.
Yeah, it'll be a little better than it has been.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Tennessee, Arkansas.
It's probably going to be the best conference this year, top to bottom. If you think about it,
I could see that. I could see because Missouri was decent last year.
Yeah, I mean
Missouri.
Outside of Florida's mid.
Yeah.
Trying to think. A&M.
Yeah, A&M.
A&M is decent. So I think SEC's probably got the most squads of relevance coming into this season.
Don't forget Houston. Isn't Houston Big 12 now?
Yeah.
I don't even know who's who anymore.
Yeah,
for real.
Houston.
Big 12 is what? Big 12 is still
Kansas, Texas, Baylor, Oklahoma. Houston. So that's a powerful top four right there.
Yeah, that Big 12 is gonna be stacked, gonna be loaded.
Yeah, Big 12 gonna be right there too.
Kansas State is up in the air. TCU punches a couple of people in the mouth.
Yep. Old Pittsburgh coach Dang, I forgot his name, but he's a good coach. Jamie Dixon. I think that's his
Jamie
name.
Dixon. Yeah,
Yeah,
actually, I was up at TCU 2 months ago. I was on campus with the TCU basketball team, and they had practice and stuff, and then they had a bunch of high school prospects that I refereed and spent some time. And I spent some time with Jamie ahead of the season. They'll piss some people off in the Big 12. I don't think that they're going to be competing at the top, but they're going to piss off a Texas or a Baylor, just for the hell of it.
Yeah, they're gonna be they're a little feisty little team. All right, now, I mean, you got anything else to say, Joe?
No, go ahead.
Okay, now it's time for the y'all's predictions for like the Final Four teams and y'all's winner.
Final Four.
Yeah.
That way too early prediction time.
But yeah, I know.
I kind of think like who I got winning conferences. Hell, that don't even mean nothing really for real.
It don't just get your automatic bid.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna say Kansas. That's a safe pick.
Yeah, that's a very safe pick.
I think that's a safe pick to go Final Four. Pac-12. I'm trying to think West Coast. Who out there that's really. Honestly, I want to go back. I'm gonna go with Gonzaga.
Yeah, I mean, I can go with that. I can do that too.
I mean, they're a good tournament team. They're gonna make that run. Are they gonna win it? Probably not, but I think they can make a Final Four run again.
I like it.
Yeah, me too.
Then as far as two more picks,
dude, give me Tennessee.
Yeah,
Tennessee.
I would say Tennessee. Yeah. Tennessee, maybe Houston
or Arkansas.
Yeah,
I think I'm thinking Arkansas is probably going to be the big dog in the SEC this year, so I might say Arkansas. And then probably a sleeper. Trying to think. There's going to be some random team out there that none of us are talking about. So
I got Charleston Southern or somebody.
I'm not going that far.
Nah, Charleston Southern's not that good at all.
They come out the Sun Belt. Yeah.
Yeah.
That last one that's a tough one for me to call right now. I gotta see some games for real.
Yeah.
I'll give you St. John's.
Yeah.
St. John.
Yeah, I like Arkansas or Tennessee to come out. Gonzaga, I like. Kansas, I like. And then some mayhem.
Nobody else really comes to mind after that, you know.
I'm surprised that y'all didn't say any of y'all's favorite team was gonna be on there.
I mean, I would like Kentucky
to
run.
Yeah,
I'm a realist. I love me some Duke basketball, but I think I had us out in the third round last year.
I think I had us going.
I don't know, man.
Last year,
we're too young. It's gonna catch up. Roach is great as a point guard, but Filipowski and Roach just aren't enough. And until I see the freshmen come in and do something, or Ryan Young come off the bench, or maybe he moves into a starter and they don't start three guards. But Duke's going to get – I mean, we already talked about the Duke schedule to start off with, right? So if they get punched in the mouth early, maybe they get it right. I think that'll be good for them because I don't think that we walk through either of those games. I think maybe win one, lose one when it comes to Arizona and Michigan State. And then I think that I like that better than going into conference play undefeated.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, we'll beat Carolina, that much I know.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna say I'm gonna split the series between them. That I think. So, yeah.
I mean, yeah. What's the ACC predictions for y'all boys? I mean, who's doing what in the ACC this year?
it's gonna be
Winning the
plenty.
ACC doesn't even seem to mean anything with the regular season anymore.
Nah,
Not with the way the ACC tournament is. Top to bottom, I love the ACC tournament, like without a doubt. The ACC tournament is just legit. It's so big, and it's just like I feel like it's a mini March Madness in itself.
it really
That
is.
That
Especially once
is.
you got like if you got to play like 4 days. I'm like, oh damn.
If you're trying to come out from that bottom, heck yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think it's gonna be either Carolina or Duke coming out the ACC. Maybe I don't know.
Virginia.
I hope not. Yeah,
Miami's not going away.
yeah. They got that
Yeah.
boy from that. They got the boy from Pace Academy on that team, Matthew Cleveland.
Forgot
Did I
about
say
Miami.
Miami? No, he's at Florida State. My fault. Yeah, Matthew Cleveland's at Florida State, and Florida State. You never know with them. So, yeah,
They were
and
so
NC State might be okay. They ain't got Tarquavian Smith on that team anymore. So
Clemson was annoying in the ACC last year too, though.
yeah, yeah. I kind of know somebody's son that actually plays. He went to Grayson, but um he plays for Clemson. Chauncey Wiggins. I know his mom. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. He was like a 6'9". He's more like a he's kind of might be kind of like a to me seem like he's a stretch four because he can shoot threes. But yeah, for my final four, I'm gonna say Arkansas. I'm just gonna say Arkansas, Kansas, Arkansas, Kansas, Arkansas, Kansas, maybe Gonzaga. No, Arkansas, Kansas, Marquette, and hell, Memphis. Memphis.
I would love to see Memphis make some noise, man.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
me
would
too.
love to see Penny act like he can show some discipline and not let
Oh,
his players run that team.
yeah. Yeah. And I made a mistake. I was right the first time. Matthew Cleveland is at Miami. He played at Florida State last year. So
Okay.
yeah, so
Good call, Rich.
yeah. Yeah.
I like it. I don't know. I might have to call my boy in Vegas and put in a couple of these teams for an early bet to make the Final Four.
Right.
See what the odds are looking like.
Yeah.
Memphis will pay off, man.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. But yo, guys, I said this was a great show, and we definitely got to do this again. And, as always on our shows, we always got to do like a final shout out. So y'all boys got any shout outs before I wrap this thing up?
Not really.
Not really.
Bro, I'm a shout out training staffs and medical staffs all around the country. Your boy's laying up here with a torn Achilles, but the way that players go down these days with Achilles and ACLs and stuff, and the staffs,
That's
the way that they
crazy.
put it back together, dude,
Yeah.
it's something else. But I will tell you, it ain't for the faint of heart. As someone who the doctor said you're down for at least 6 months to a year, like recovery time is real, ladies and gentlemen. I will tell you that. But seriously, having worked with the staffs on multiple campuses, my stepdad's a college football coach. Like unsung heroes a lot when we see some of these players come back and rehab and stuff that they get. It's legit. So that's my shout out.
Yeah, and you got your and you had the same surgeon on Aaron Rodgers, right? So you'll be back.
Man, my doctor talked to me about the Aaron Rodgers surgery. It's a different one than I got.
I bet it was.
It's takes some real precision work that may or may not actually take, which is interesting. I went the traditional Kevin Durant route, is how my doctor described it.
Oh damn. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Shout out to you, bro. Rest up.
Oh yeah, shout out. Yeah, rest up, man. And just shout out for you guys. Thank y'all for this coming out and some and just being a part of the show, man.
Shout out to the first rounders, the original staff.
Oh,
Catch y'all,
Got
boys.
first round of shirt.
like that.
Yeah, we gonna
Have the merch.
have some more. We have some more merch coming out. Just be ready for it, and we gonna have it. We gonna have it for y'all, and I'll let y'all know when it's gonna be available. Have the prices and all.
Word.
Yeah, but I ain't got anything else. Listeners, y'all we gonna have another episode tomorrow and Thursday. So be on the lookout for that. But until then, y'all listeners have a good night, man. Y'all peace out.
Y'all be good.